Back on the diamond, let's check out our play of the game. This brought to you Dwayne Kuiper.
Well, thanks, Laura. So here we are after a tough loss. I can give you 5 great reasons why this one hurts. But the main one for me is you take an opportunity for a win for Justin Verlander, who was terrific today.
Well, he really was spectacular. I mean, 6 strong innings with just 2 hits allowed. And it is a disappointing way to end this road trip, which has really been a great road trip. Instead of 6-4, now they go to 5-5. It takes a little momentum away from the Giants coming back into San Francisco, starting a 7-game homestand. But, you know, I wish I could tell you this was the first time I've been disappointed in this stadium. It's not. And it always hurts, especially when you have a game that you thought was going to be in the win column for the Giants. I mean, this is just a big win for the Angels and a very tough loss for the Giants.
All right, so we're looking forward to being at home tomorrow night against the Milwaukee Brewers. All right, Laura, back to you.
Kuiper, thank you. We're getting a look at the highlight zone. This brought to you by Mancini's Sleep World. Yusei Kikuchi, the lefty on the mound for the Angels. David Villar lines one back at him. Look at the catch. That's got to be pure luck. I mean, it's talent too, but that's lucky.
There's no talent in that right there.
I gotta get the glove at the right spot. I don't know.
He just put the glove behind his back and the ball found it.
Just pray that it all goes. You don't even have time for that.
Looked really good, though.
I love this, too. Jung-Hoo Lee, I mentioned this off the top of the show. Look at him laying out for Justin Verlander.
Now, that's talent. That's not luck. That takes a good jump. That takes the timing, and that makes your starting pitcher feel really good about himself. We talked about that 6th inning. That's what led that 6th inning off, and then he had the 2 strikeouts after that. So good feels after that catch right there.
Yeah, in an unusual series for Jung-Hoo Lee. He's so hot against the Phillies and the Yankees. He goes 0 for 5 today with a strikeout. So he's slowed down. His bat was really hot, but you make defensive plays like that, so you still help your team out in that way. Let's get a look right now. Actually, we're going to get you inside the Giants clubhouse. We're going to go back out to Angel Stadium to hear from today's starter, Justin Verlander.
Yeah, felt better about it, you know. Feel like I've been trending in the right direction, and yeah, it was nice to give us a better chance to win today.
What in particular stood out to you for today with your side?
I don't know, just kind of attacked. You know, I think a lot of the balls that weren't hit hard in play were outs, and you know, I think when that happens, it's a little easier to work through a lineup.
Velo on your sweepers up a bit today. Just how did that pitch feel?
Felt good. Yeah, it was did quite a bit. Obviously, it got me out of some trouble there in the 4th. So yeah, it was good.
How big was it for you to get out of that 4th inning?
Yeah, obviously, you know, it's kind of one of those situations where Yusei is pitching well, and you know, you got the bases loaded, and even though it's 4th inning, you kind of know the game's on the line right there. So it felt great to get out of that.
Jung-Hoo's catch there.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, big, you know, obviously leadoff guy, you know, getting a big out there kind of can change, really changes the whole dynamic of that inning. So I was very thankful.
Well, I just show you we're not quitters. We kept fighting, and it was against their closer. And we got into a situation where we had a chance to put it away, and we finally got a big hit in that situation. And that's what it's about.
What can that do for you guys kind of going forward?
Well, anytime you get a win, it does something for you. And the way we got it today, let's enjoy it. But we got Pittsburgh coming in town on Tuesday. So we're early in the season. And we just can't let a win like this all of a sudden think we didn't figure something out. Nope. Every day you go out there and play a major league team, you got to figure something out. But I'm very happy with the way they battled, and I'm very happy for Joe.
What do you think of Zach's kind of pace running there tonight?
Well, that's what he does. He got speed. He the one guy that had an advantage because he had a huge lead at first base, and when the ball was hit, he just did what he do, and that's run. And at that point, EY better not have stopped him. If he could throw it out at the plate, he could throw it out at the plate, but we got to take that chance there, and he did.
Oh, Hoppy, too, had it in the middle of that.
Yeah, yep. Everything that happened right there in that ninth inning was huge. Everything. Mike's walk that let it off. George got beat. He got a base hit. So it all led to what happened at the end, and it was nice for Joe to come through. He did a hell of a job. He really did. He had traffic on the bag all day. He worked around it all day, you know, and that one run that they ended up getting, it was only because we made a foul play. And, but nope, he had reached the 100-pitch mark. He had been fighting from inning 1 to inning 6, and I just thought we needed a change. And we got to the point where we could have gotten the out, and we didn't. We didn't. And that's the way baseball goes.
What was the conversation you had with Laz Diaz? What happened there? What was he pointing?
Well, you know, the guys was fired up in the dugout, and something was yelled he didn't like. So I tried to get out there and defuse it. And I just told him, talk to me, you know. And if you're right, don't let what they're saying affect you. But hey, Laz is he's a good umpire, and he just want to do his job. And you know, when you compete, you know, that type of stuff is going to happen. That's all. And I just was trying to get one of my guys from not getting thrown out. That's all I was trying to do.
What do you think of Giants player Lee after these 3 games?
Pretty good little player. Looks like he got bat-to-ball skill. He got speed. He's got a strong arm. He looked like he have a feel for the game of baseball. So, no, he's a talent.
What is the behavior you say between the starts and the starts? He hasn't had the spot, big support here.
I didn't quite understand you.
You say hasn't really gotten any kind of support, run support from any
But
of the
it's
starters?
Oh, Kikuchi?
Between starts and starts, you know.
Well, you can look back. We got 5 pitchers. None of them has been getting run support. So you just got to pitch. Baseball is a type of sport that the tide will change. If you keep going out there and just take care of your job, the tide will change. And I think Kikuchi is the kind of pitcher that he will keep going out there, taking care of his job, and the day will come that we will support him. You know, lately he's been supporting us, and pretty soon we'll start supporting him. We're a team, so we're not going to say we're not supporting this guy, not supporting that guy, but a lot of our pitchers go out there, they're not getting runs because we're not scoring runs. You know, we're not scoring runs, and we're in a lot of ball games, and we're not scoring runs. So just think once our offense starts to click and what can happen.
All right, GA, let's take a look at the next series probable starters. Day off tomorrow on Monday. It'll be Bailey Falter with Jose Soriano in game number 1.
Yeah, they get to miss Skeens this time, too.
Dang it. I'm sure the Angels hitters are, I don't know, they probably would have been excited to face
Probably
Paul
just to
Skeens,
see what all the hype
local
is,
guy.
yeah.
The hype is real.
No, it's real.
Yeah, it's real. They'll just miss him. They get the former Halo Andrew Heaney on Wednesday with Tyler Anderson rounding things out in the series finale before they head back out on the road. Just to circle back to what Ron Washington was talking about, what he often says is he believes in baseball gods, and perhaps something today, there's something to that, to which that can carry them through the rest of the week with what happened this afternoon.
Well,
wait, who knows? Who knows? I'm not asking you to opine.
We're thankful for the hit by pitch and the hanging slide.
Absolutely. Sometimes
that's baseball.
That's what he said. What does he say? That's the way baseball go?
That's the way baseball go.
That's the way baseball go. Fun one, though, this afternoon. And they needed that, right? The offense been scuffing a little bit coming off the trip in Texas, in Houston. The offense able to get 4 runs in the bottom of the 9th to come back and win. They needed that as far as confidence booster to know, hey, we can do this.
Yeah, they did need it, but he did touch on something during the post game there. He said that, you know, don't let this think we're really back in it. You know,
right.
Yeah, it was a great inning, but before that, they really didn't have much to talk about as far as on the hitting side. So yeah, great win, but still note that you have a lot of work to do.
Just keep it all in context. We got another game on Tuesday. Good stuff, GA. Thanks for joining us for this post-game edition of Angels Live. A fun one at the Yard on this Easter Sunday. The Angels delivering.
Just a little off kind of from the very beginning, you know, and he gets the punch out, and now you feel pretty good about him getting out of the inning. But I think what's the first runs he's given up all year. So you're going to have some bad days. Unfortunately, it happened today.
What'd you think of Justin's start today?
Pitched great. It was 2 hits, 2 walks. Got a little bit of a pitch count battle there at the end, but got through 6 and, you know, pitched really well. Had 1 inning, you know, obviously had the bases loaded and got out of it. I think that was huge for him. He's had kind of 1 bad inning each outing and got through that one. Got us through 6, pitched great.
How was it last
nice to witness. That was the Justin we've seen throughout his career, just a great pitcher, and you saw that tonight.
Yeah, different velos on his fastball, slider when he needed it, threw some curveballs and some changeups. I mean, pitched really well.
That's in Huff's day. Hits his first home
Yeah.
run.
The Giants with a disappointing loss to end their 10-game road trip. 5-4 was the final from Angel Stadium tonight. We'll get a wrap of the game. We're going to take you inside the broadcast booth with Mike Krukow and Dwayne Kuiper next.
A walk-off winner and a series victory over the San Francisco Giants. Angels off on Monday. We'll join you once again Tuesday at 6 o'clock for Angels and Pirates, game number 1 for Garrett Anderson. I'm Erica Weston. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll see you Tuesday from the Big A.
限界を超えたネット、菊池雄星が頂上決戦で圧巻の快と絶対的エースバーランダーとの真っ向勝負を制す。現地時間2月20日、ロサンゼルスエンゼルスに所属する日本人左腕菊池雄星がメジャーの歴史に名を刻む伝説的右腕ジャスティン・バーランダーとの一騎打ちで圧倒的な存在感を示した。全身全霊を込めた熱闘はただの好投では終わらなかった。これは限界を超えた男の執念と誇りをかけた挑戦であった。試合前からこのマウンドは異常な緊張感に包まれていた。なぜなら対峙するのはサイ・ヤング賞を何度も受賞しワールドシリーズ制覇の実績を持つメジャー屈指の剛腕ジャスティン・バーランダー。その偉大な右腕に挑戦状を叩きつけたのが日本が誇る技巧派左腕菊池雄星だった。立ち上がりから菊池は集中力を極限まで高めたかのような鋭い目つきで次々と打者を打ち取っていく。スライダー、チェンジアップ、ツーシーム、持てるすべての球種を駆使し強打者たちのタイミングを外す。まさに心を削るようなマウンドの攻防だが、その中で菊池の魂は燃え上がっていた。5回を投げ終えた時点で球数はすでに90球を超えていた。それでも菊池の腕は止まらない。6回表、再びマウンドに立つその姿には観客席から大きな拍手が湧き上がった。そして5回1、3を投げ5安打無失点4四球6奪三振被安打を許しながらも要所を締める粘りの投球。勝利投手の権利こそ得られなかったが数字以上に価値ある0だった。一方で対するバーランダーも6回に安打1失点6奪三振と意地のピッチングを見せた。だがそこにはわずかに揺らぎがあった。初回に許した1点が最終的に勝敗を分ける形となり静かにマウンドを降りることになった。試合後、指揮官ロン・ワシントン監督は目を潤ませながら語った。今日の菊池は自分の限界を超えていた。球数も多かったがそれ以上に彼の意志の力を感じた。あれほど強い気持ちで投げ抜いたピッチャーを私は久しく見ていない。彼がいなければ我々はこの試合を勝ちきれなかった。さらにチームメイトからも称賛の声が相次いだ。ベテラン捕手はこう振り返る。どの球も魂がこもっていた。リードする僕も震えるくらいあの気迫は伝わってきた。バーランダーと堂々と投げ合う姿に誰もが胸を打たれたと思う。観客席には星条旗と日の丸が並んで掲げられ菊池がマウンドを降りる際にはスタンディングオベーションが巻き起こった。そこには国境を越えたリスペクトと感動があった。偉大な相手との頂上決戦。その中で菊池は自らの限界を突破し確かな自信と誇りを手にしたのである。 MLB の厳しい舞台でもがき苦しみ何度も跳ね返されてきた男がついに一つの壁を越えた瞬間だった。この試合は単なる一勝ではない。彼のキャリアそして日本球界全体にとっても大きな意味を持つ勝負だったと言えるだろう。今日は忘れられない日になった。相手が誰であれ自分のピッチングをする。それだけを信じてマウンドに立った。応援してくれた皆さんに心から感謝したい。ヒーローインタビューで語られたその言葉は静かでしかし重みを持って響いた。菊池雄星は今やただのローテーションピッチャーではない。メジャーを代表する強打者たちを封じレジェンドとの頂上決戦を堂々と戦い抜いた。その姿はまさに日本の誇りそのものだ。この日エンゼルスのクラブハウスでは選手たちが次々と菊池の背中をはたき歓声を上げた。その中央に立つ菊池の表情はどこまでも誇らしくそして穏やかだった。限界を超えた者だけが見ることのできる景色がそこには広がっていた。そして今 MLB 各球団も改めて注目している。これほどの安定感じ、これほどの気迫を持つ左腕が、再び旋風を巻き起こす日も遠くないだろう。菊池雄星という男が証明した。努力と信念があれば、不可能はないのだ。この感動を見逃さないために、ぜひチャンネル登録と高評価をよろしくお願いします。